What's up, you guys? It's your favorite spiritual social worker here. What's up, y'all? What y'all gotta say? Who's on the mic? What's saying bad today? Only the Memphis people understand it. Pretty therapist live in Memphis. You can get this shirt on my Etsy shop. I got some other shirts on there in Memphis. Only Memphis people know what I'm just talking about. Okay, so today we are doing the 2024 Mental Health Professional Tarot spread. I've already posted the pictures of. I already put the cards. So I already posted the pictures on my Facebook and Instagram page, so you can look up. But before we get into it, I'm going to tell you what each card is representing as far as like what it's going to be talking about. So the first one is self care. We have boundaries, caseload, opportunity. The next one is expansion, relationships, identity, new endeavors, therapy, pay it forward, passion. Okay. So the deck that I used to pull these cards was this Doodle Tarot deck, which I fucking love these cards because one, they're really, really good if you're like just trying to learn tarot like the original way. Like for me, at first when I would read tarot cards, I would just do it intuitively, which I still do. But this is a good way if you want to learn like the foundations about tarot, like what the cards mean, what they represent. This is really, really good. It's cartoon like, and it gives you the meanings of what they mean, upright or reverse or downright or upside down or rather, whatever. And it's just really cute. It's like cartoon, and the book is really cool because the book not only tells you what it means, but it tells the story of the tarot cards because the tarot cards is really a story about the food going on a journey and learning all these life lessons. And so it tells you in a story, like story form about like what the cards mean, which I thought was really cool. Okay, so that's it. And so I do have my work your light. This is the first orchid that I ever bought, and I used this for the longest time before I even started getting tarot decks. This is the deck that I'm going to use to get any clarification that I may need on a card. Okay, so we're going to get into it. I like to kind of blow on my deck to get my energy. You know, the breath is the power. Okay, so that's that. So we're going to place these here. And as I feel led to, if I need a little more clarification, I will use that card to get a little clarification. Okay, the first card that we pulled was for self-care. So this is just basically like what self-care you need to be doing. So one thing about this tarot spread, I did this the first time last year, and I want to do one that was geared more towards like how we show up as professionals, because that has a lot of our spirituality and our things that we believe in our more nowadays. It's going to show up in how we do our work with clients. So I wanted to do a spread that was kind of highlighting some of this. Okay, so self care. My mouth dry. I'm thirsty as hell, and I really don't want to get up to get my water over there because I'm gonna have to start. I'm just gonna keep going. So I'm gonna sacrifice my cotton mouth for y'all, but I'm thirsty as hell. Okay, anywho, self care. First card I pulled was the self care. So basically, that's basically like what do you need to be focused on? Is there something that you need to be working on? Is there another area that you need to be paying attention to as far as self care? So I can say the page. The card I pulled was the Page of Pentacles. See how cute this card is? Isn't this freaking adorable? I love it. Okay, Page of Pentacles. And so basically, this card represents making plans, new job, practicality, potential. So what I'm getting from this card is that you actually need to plan self-care. I think for a lot of professionals, we really don't know what self-care is. We feel like, oh, well, self-care is me, going to the nail shop, which that's a part of it. But making plans means that you need to be intentional about your self-care. Your self-care shouldn't be waiting to use your vacation time when it's going to be up. because you're not being intentional about that. It means self-care is a daily act. It's a daily way that we're making sure that we're checking in with ourselves, making sure that we're being aware of how our job impacts us. Because if you're in a mental health like profession, we deal with a lot of shit. We take on a lot of shit from clients. We help clients, get to a better version of themselves. But that can take a lot out of us. And we can also take, on, like you think about transference and stuff like that and burnout. We take on a lot of those things. And so it's important, let me not put my phone was out. Oh wow. It's important for us to make sure that we're doing it. So for self-care this year, make sure that you're being intentional. It shouldn't be someone else telling you that you need to take a break. It shouldn't be you waiting until you done spazzed out and cut somebody the fuck out. And you're like, what? I think I need to take some time off. Like, no, let's not wait until you get to that point. Make it a daily thing. Just like you plan everything else out, plan, okay, what am I going to do for myself? How am I going to honor myself today? What do I need to do to check in with myself and build that in your routine? Okay, so that's that card. Okay, boundaries. Boundaries was, I think one of the ones I had on last year because I feel like we always need areas on there. So this card, we got the eight of. Ooh, I can't see back. Ooh, this mirror is fucking me up. Eight of swords. See, the little person's blindfolded. So basically, this card represents feeling trapped, isolated, victimized, helpless. So what I'm getting from this is that a lot of us, and I'm probably gonna put a clarification on it. A lot of us, with our boundaries, we need boundaries with our clients. Okay, I feel like sometimes we feel like saying no means we don't care. Telling the client that, hey, unfortunately we can't do this or I can't help you because we don't have the resources. It's not saying that you don't care. It's just saying I can't help you because I'm not at the capacity to help you. And you have to remember, ultimately, we should be empowering our clients. Like we should be helping them to be self-sufficient. Autonomy is super important. Self-determination is super important. But you can't do that if you keep hand-holding your clients. Like they're never going to experience the lessons that they're supposed to learn to make them be a better version if we're just catching them every time that they fall. I'm also going to pull a clarification card on this one. Let me shut my lips. My lips big. Okay, let's get some clarification on this little sword for boundaries. Uh-oh. So all you gotta do is say it. So as you can see, this card has like three young ladies. Just say yes, but it's say yes to yourself. So with boundaries, we always think about, it's focusing on us saying no, but it also means that we're saying yes to ourselves. Yes, honoring ourselves and making sure that we're honoring our personal boundaries that we set for ourselves in our career when you're working with clients in a professional setting. Because if you don't, you will feel trapped. You'll feel isolated. You'll feel victimized. You'll feel helpless. And like I said, a lot of that I feel like it's referring to like when you start feeling burnout, when you feel like, okay, what I'm doing is not helping. I don't feel like the work that I'm doing is beneficial or that the client's there because you're probably overstepping your boundaries. And so when you do that and you don't, that's like a really good indication that you're overstepping your boundaries when you're doing something for somebody and you're not seeing the return and you start to feel away about the shit. Like if I gave you $100 and then you're not giving me the attention I need, and I'm like, I can't believe that motherfucker didn't give me. He didn't even say hey, that means you didn't get that $100 in the right space because you should give without anything being attached to it. And when you don't, and if you start to get those type of feelings, like if you have balance with a person and you start to feel those feelings of resentment. Resentment is a huge indicator that you don't have the proper boundaries with somebody. So we can have resentment with our clients. We can start to resent them, and we're all constantly going above and beyond outside of our personal capacity. And they choose to like relapse or they choose to not change. And you're like, I did all this for this client, And she still,
Didn't do all of that. That's the key indicators. You're like, okay, maybe I need to reevaluate the personal boundaries or professional balance that I have in my work. Okay. All right. So, card number 3 has to do with our caseload. So, this is the sun upside down. So, this card upside down means negativity, depression, sadness, false positivity. And I'm going to get a clarification on this card also. I don't like this shit, but you try to be mean about it. And I don't, and I ain't like you, so okay, let's try this. Okay. Okay. Keep us up there. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Okay, so what I get from this part is that one part is that I'm really intuitive. So false positivity. You don't want to be with those people. Like you're so used to taking so much more than what you can do. And that everybody thinks you're going to do great, but you're really suffering, right? And that's why I feel like the negativity in the person. So, I feel like this is a huge thing in the social work field. It's just a thing for us to overwork. Like, that's an ideal quality. She's just always going to put that's something that we cannot sustain without.
taking like huge deficits in our life. Um, you're not alone means that you need to utilize the people that you have around you, the support that you have around you in your team. If you at a place, especially if you're on a team and there are people there, you have to relinquish control. And I know that's hard because I be struggling with that shit too. But sometimes you have to use the people that are there to support you professionally and say, okay, hey, this is what I have going on. Can you help me? Or you know what? Go back and let's kind of go back to boundaries. Hey, I had to do this. I'm not able to do that. Because if you don't, like I said, it's going to lead to that feeling of burnout. And like, you know what, I can't keep up. I'm not feeling adequate. And that can have like a huge, huge like negative impact on your mental health space. So with your case, like make sure that you're managing it accurately. And if you're not, reach out to your like supervisor or your superiors or your manager or whoever, how you ever set up. I know, like, if you're in a place like community health, like, caseloads can be ridiculous, but don't be afraid to communicate your needs. A lot of times, people aren't aware because you make this shit look easy, right? You're like, so you see, I'm gonna turn this over. You see, like the sun is shining, and everybody's behind the sun, everybody's happy, but ultimately you're not. But this is what everybody sees. They see the sun shining, like everybody's fine. Like, everybody's happy. The clients love her. Their clients, oh, they just happy, rave so much about her, but your ass struggling because you're doing the most. You're at capacity, and nobody knows that you're struggling. So this year, try to really, really communicate your needs. Try not to overextend yourself and use the help that's around you, because a lot of times, we have the support, we just don't use it. You have to relinquish control. Let them know what your expectations are. If you want somebody to help you, because I know some people don't want to give control because like they're afraid, like they're not gonna do it how I do it. Well, communicate to them how you want things done so they can help you in the way that you need to. Okay, so that's that one. The next one is opportunity. So this is I pulled the Two of Swords upside down. So this card upside down means indecision, overthinking, seeing the truth, and inner turmoil. I almost didn't say that correctly. Okay, I'm also going to pull a clarification card on this one. Okay, give me clarification on this card upside. I, I thought I seen some cards upside. Hold on. Okay. Give me some clarification on this two swords upside down as far as opportunities. Let's say clarification. 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 I almost dropped it. So this says awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Some of y'all need to get lifted. That's my best John Legend impression. I feel like some of y'all, as far as opportunities, y'all need to go to the next level. Y'all really sold yourself short in 2023. You sold yourself short. And this year we're not doing it. But you need to be thinking big. 2024, you need to be thinking bigger. I think a lot of people are wanting to like do endeavors, but they're still kind of like trying to wait for somebody to like confirm and say, no, you can do this. You don't need that. You don't need external validation. You have to know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. And I think a lot of people maybe in 2023 were like wanting to step out and do certain things, but they're just like, I don't know. And like I say, you're overthinking it. And that's what's holding you back. It's not that you're going to be successful in anything that you're doing. So a lot of people, I think, in 2024 need to just step out on faith. All you need is a grain of a mustard seed, baby. 2024, you literally can do whatever. Like, there's no limits or bounds to what you can accomplish. It's just simply, okay, what do you want to do? So this year, if it was the idea that you were thinking about, that new like intervention you want to try with the client, a new business venture, do it. Try it. You know, you won't be able to push through anything. Any fear or anything that you have is temporary. You can still do things. Don't wait for your feelings to catch up to you. If you wait for your feelings or that fear to go away, you'll never start. Start. Do the action, and eventually that fear will turn into motivation because you'll be doing it. And you're like, damn, I remember when I was scared and now I'm doing it. So don't wait for your feelings to catch up to you because feelings are temporary. You cannot base your actions on something that's going to probably change from day to day. So I think 2024, a lot of you all need to just stop putting too much on it, figure out what you want to do, and just go for it. Okay, expansion. This kind of goes into line with the other one I said. This is the Five of Cups. And I think I might put clarification. So this represents disappointment, focus on failure, sadness, and regrets. And I'm gonna pull a card and get clarification for Five of Cups regarding expansion. So two came out with this one. This one says the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. And this one says, warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Have you answered the call, baby? So some of us, 2023, we may have tried to sit and the shit didn't work out, right? You know, and after you hear, dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. Dust it out, baby. Just because you started a project and it didn't work out does not mean that you can't ever be successful again. You know? It's all about the framework and the perspective that you look at. You can say, oh, yeah, I fucked up, I'm a failure. Or you can be like, you know what, I tried this and here's the lesson that I learned from this and here's what I can apply going forward. Simple. Right? But you have the power to determine like what aspect or perspective you're going to look at things. You can look at it and say, oh, no, I'm a failure. I regret I did this. Or you can say, how can I use this situation as a lesson learned to help me to be better in my next endeavor? I told you, 2024 for a lot of us is like, this is your time. And the only battles and challenge that is going to be holding you back is yourself. It's not going to be any haters. It's not going to be resources. It's literally going to be you fighting yourself. Think about the angel and the devil. Which side are you going to be on? It's really, the power is in your hands. You literally can achieve. So you're saying you can literally achieve anything you want to do. Doesn't even fucking matter what it is. But you have to decide, okay, am I going to believe that I can do this? Let go of this disappointment. Let go of the fear of failure. it's not even that. It's just okay. Didn't work out. I can find a better way to do this, and keep going forward. That's the only way that you're really going to go to the next level. Okay. All right. So the next part is relationships. So got the Four of Wands. So this stands for celebration, marriage, coming home, belonging. Um, Let me put clarification. What's the clarification for Four of Wands? I can hear let's get married. Who getting married, baby? Ooh, Lord, I hope it's me, child. Let it be me, Jesus. Yeah, somebody getting married. Somebody finna get engaged or something. Let me get a clarification card. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yeah, somebody getting married. I'm getting like new life, new wife, new life. Somebody getting married. So for some of you all, I feel like y'all, this is y'all year. It's either gonna be getting married or new relationships, new healthy relationships. That's the key word. New healthy relationships. That's what I'm getting. I feel like 2024 is the year of you. Like this is like I said, this is where you belong. And you the things that you gotta do, please don't be self-sabotaging. Don't get up here and be wishing for all this shit. Like I wish I had this, I wish I had that, and then become like, I don't think I deserve this. Well, bitch, you shouldn't ask for the shit. Like, don't ask for what you don't ask for shit that you don't think you deserve. You need to work on why you don't feel like you deserve good shit and healthy things and healthy relationships and good relationships and all these wonderful blessings. Get to the root of that. Because until you deal with them underlying issues, you can manifest everything, but you ain't gonna keep a goddamn thing. This shit gonna be gone here today, gone tomorrow because your thinking is gonna self sabotage that. So, if y'all see this and you getting married, invite me to the wedding. Okay, so the next one is identity. So I pulled the King of Swords upside down. And so this deals with dictator, oppressive, brutal, controlling. I feel like I'm gonna pull a clarification. I feel like a lot of people may be in work environments where the work environment is not conducive to them as individuals. You have to know when a place is not serving you anymore. And sometimes that can mean leaving some place that's comfortable to you. But remember, with challenge comes change. There's not a lot of growth when you're feeling comfortable. The growth comes when you're not feeling comfortable and you get out of your comfort zone. So this is Mintanka. I hope I'm saying this correctly. It says longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. You need to find your space. And for some of you, where you're working, that's not where it is, and that's why you're not happy. That's why you're not happy. Some of you may be dealing with, you know, like supervisors and management that don't support your authenticity and how you show up in your work. That place is not for you. But I think some of you all may be holding on because the pay is good. But remember, are you answering your deepest calling? Like the other card said, you know, are you answering your deepest calling? Sometimes the money is not where it's at because you're not happy. Remember, when you're thinking about passion, the money will come if you're doing your passion. The abundance will come if you're doing things. If you're doing your calling, all of that shit is gonna be taken care of. Your needs are gonna be taken care of. Your everything's gonna be taken care of. But are you answering your true calling, or are you just staying somewhere because it looks safe? It feels safe. 2024, you got to get out of it because, I told you, it's 2024. A lot of you all, it's time for you to elevate, and the only person that's holding you back is yourself. You have to let that go. You have to know that if you are doing what you're supposed to do, spirit will take care of you. Your ancestors will take care of you. Your spirit guides will take care of you because you're answering the deepest calling of your life. So cut the bullshit out. Leave that job. Start that business. Try that new intervention. Do the thing that's been gnawing at you to do that you've been trying not to do because you're afraid of what people are going to say. You can say, well, I don't see anybody else doing it. Or I don't want to rock the boat. Baby girl, You're not meant to be mediocre. Okay? So you can't keep doing mediocre shit. Okay? The next one is new endeavors. So actually I got two cards for this. I got the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Both upright. So Queen of Pentacles means practical, business oriented, grounded, generous. Ace of Pentacles represents business opportunity, money is coming, new abundance, stability. Like I said, this is the time to elevate. You cannot be fucking afraid. You just can't. You're gonna miss the money. You're gonna miss the abundance because you want to be comfortable. Do you want to be abundant or do you want to be comfortable? Which one is it? You gotta choose. You can't do both. You can't be safe and comfortable and reach your highest level of potential. It's just not gonna happen. And then the fucked up part about it is that you don't do it, you don't step out, but then you're frustrated. You're the what card was that? You're the one that says I can't remember. Oh, depressed, sadness, because you won't let that shit go. You either gonna barbecue or meal do. You either gonna step into the version that you're supposed to be, or you're gonna be satisfied in your mediocre, pitiful life where you don't feel authentic to yourself. Like I said, the only person you're gonna be financial is you. I done said it. You can determine where it's gonna go. You either gonna spiral down or you're gonna spiral up, and you decide which way that's gonna go. And you can change the course at any time. It's literally like I say, 2024 is your fucking year. But it's up to you. Like, are you gonna put yourself in the position to receive the blessings? You gotta get in position. If you're not in position, you're gonna miss out, and you're gonna look like, damn, they doing this and they doing that. But while you worry about what everybody else doing, did you do what you're supposed to do? Did you get in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing? So that's the fucking problem. People be worried so much about what somebody look. You don't know what they got going on. You don't know what journey they on. You don't know nothing. You don't got no control over it. But you do have control on how you show up for yourself every day. Put the energy there. Because a lot of you, 2023, you miss blessings because you were too scared to step out and answer your calling. 2024, we're not doing this shit this year. It's done. It's done. Okay, therapy. So for that one, we got the Knight of Swords upside down. And so that one says aggressive, out of control, irresponsible bully. I'm going to pull a clarification card on that one. Okay. This one says birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. It's time to try some new shit. It's time to try some new shit. So what I'm hearing is that some of us are being bullies in therapy with clients. That's what I'm getting. You have to remember that therapy is a collaboration between you and your client. What I'm getting is that some of us are judging our clients and we're saying, "Oh, I think they should make that decision," and it's not about that. It's not about what we think. It's about what they think is best for them. Our job is to help them realize how maybe things through their life have impacted their decisions, right? We give them the pros and cons. We give them the perspective of things they may not be aware. We help them gain awareness about themselves. But ultimately, we shouldn't be giving them advice. We shouldn't be telling them, okay, I think you should do this. And I think, especially for maybe people that have been working with like a certain population for a long time, you start to become a bully. You start to become too aggressive with the clients. You're losing some of the empathy. So you need to switch it up. That could be switching the client. Sometimes it comes with a client that you may need to terminate. If they're not like progressing and they're not um doing the work, and you know they're just coming to therapy just to be coming, maybe that's something that you need to research. Or if there are things about that client that's triggering you, that maybe say, hey, I need to terminate and get you to over to someone else. Like it's time to realize that you're being impacted by things. And I don't know if something like somebody's like going through something, but maybe some of the personal stuff that you're going through personally is impacting how you show up for your clients. And they're getting the punishment of what you're going through because you don't have the power to adjust what you have in your personal life, so you take it out on them because you're in a position of authority. So you need to switch it up. Maybe like a new position. Some of y'all, like I said, use that PTO time when you're supposed to. But yeah, we're not doing it 2024. We need to make sure that we're making therapy a safe place, because it still has a lot of stigma around it, so we don't want to add to that. Okay, we got pay it forward. So this is the Four of Pentacles. Um, this stands for being greedy, possessive, hoarding, control. Some of you all, like I said, some of you are on the other side. You're only focusing on the money. But remember, you need to stop thinking about the money and focus on the passion. If you focus on what brings you passion, what you're passionate about, what your calling is, the money will come. Stop focusing only on the coin because you're missing your greater purpose. I'm gonna pull a clarification card on it. Clarification on four people. We're going to pay it forward. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew you were supported, what would you do? I'm telling you, you're supported. Do what you need to do. Answer the call. Stop working. Stop doing shit that's meaningless because it's a coin. See, I had to learn it a long time. I used to do stuff because I was like, what, I need the money. Is that the thing? Focus, unfocus. There's a point in time where I was like doing Uber and Lyft and stuff like that, and it's nothing against anybody that does that. But I got to a point I was like, you know what? This is not my calling. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I made a vow. I was like, you know what, God, I only want to do things that are my calling, what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, and this is not it. Doing Lyft and Uber is not it for me. I'm trying to make sure this is focused. I don't know if it's not focused. I'm hoping not too blurry. But yeah, stop trying to hold on because what you don't realize when you hold on to your coins this tight, nothing else can come in. So you hold on to this one little pinnacle, and it's 20 more trying to come into your path, but because you're holding on to this one, you're not allowing the other abundance to come in. Remember, money flows. It's not one way. And so people get a type of money is flowing out. But if you understand the energy of money, the energy of abundance, it's flowing in as it flows out. And so you have to not get stuck on, okay, I'm gonna get this money, I'm gonna hold on to it. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and you doing shit that don't even got shit you doing shit that don't even got nothing to do with what you're supposed to be doing. But you're like, oh, I made some good money. Yeah, you did, but is this your calling? And are you so focused on this coin that you're not focusing on the passion? You're gonna, like I said, back to here, you're gonna miss out on the train. You're gonna miss out on the money train. Get in line. Then your ass gonna be like him. You say, You gonna be mad because guess what? That's the only coin that you got left. But if you had to let that go, all the other coins would have came in. Okay, so the last one we have is passion. So this is the Three of Swords. See that? This stands for heartbreak, trauma, grief, and depression. I'm going to get clarification on this. I'll get clarification on Three of Swords for passion. Clarification on this card. Passion, Three of Swords. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so two cards. One is the Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? And this one is don't damn fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Baby, you ain't meant to fucking damn. Stop trying to fit in with motherfuckers. You're not meant to do that shit. Everybody, look, let me tell you something. When I realized I was set apart, my life became easier. A lot of y'all spend 2023 wondering, like, you know, why I just don't understand why I can't. Because you're not meant to do that, love. You're not meant to do that. That's why it's not fucking working. It's not fucking working, honey. You're not meant to. You're just not. And as soon as you have said that, that's when you will be able to elevate. Because you're not worried about trying to do everybody. You're not everybody's. You're one of a kind. You are the one that's setting you're groundbreaking. So you're the original. You're not a copy. So there is no precedent. There's nothing for you to grasp for and be like compare yourself to, because you're not to be compared. You're the blueprint. And you got to understand that. And sometimes being the blueprint is lonely. Because you're looking around and like, I don't see no fucking body like me. I don't feel understood. Nobody is hearing me. And that's where a lot of the heartbreak and trauma and depression comes from, because it's lonely at the top sometimes. But it won't always be like that. You have to answer your calling. And then once like I said, answer your calling, you will elevate. Everything is going to fit like puzzle pieces. But you have to answer the calling. When you answer the calling, you put yourself in alignment to meet the people that you're supposed to meet, the circle of friends that you need, the soul family that you need. But you got to get there. You got to fucking start. 2024 is about starting to the higher calling for yourself. It's time out for the bullshit. It's time out to stop procrastinating. It's time to stop letting fear hold you back. It's time to stop being comfortable. Discipline, consistency to get to your higher calling. And I promise you, once you start, everything will just lock. But if you keep spending time being frustrated as to why it's not, you're wasting goddamn time. Well, I feel like keeping doing my hands like this. I'm gonna rate it 1 out of 10 out of 10. So that's the spread for 2024 mental health professional spread. I feel like this is gonna be a lot of people's best year they've had in probably like the last 5 years. A lot of us have been putting in work. We've done the work. We planted the seeds, and I think a lot of us, 2024 is gonna be the harvest. But you have to put yourself in the place to receive it. Okay, thank you all for coming for my mental health professionals 2024 spread. Like I said, if you like this sweatshirt, Pretty Therapist in Memphis, I have this for social workers and counselors. You can check out my Etsy shop. Thank you all. See y'all next year, 2025.